If you're like most Americans, you haven't read through the Constitution since high school or college. The old-timey language can be confusing, and let's face it, you're a busy person. That's why I've made this video series. In 9 short videos, I will explain what the Constitution says in plain English. That way, you can become a confident voter in no time at all. So why do we have a constitution? Well, America wasn't doing so hot in the years after the Revolution. The states weren't cooperating with each other. There was a rebellion in Massachusetts over foreclosures. Congress had no power to enforce its laws because there was no executive branch. And the Articles of Confederation, which was the Constitution at the time, allowed the states to ignore Congress altogether. All 13 states had to agree on changes to the Articles, and guys, that never happened. Some forward-thinking delegates got together in Philadelphia in May 1787 to try and fix these problems, but they quickly decided to just start over from scratch. They argued all summer long. They compromised on so many issues that they were all somewhat dissatisfied with the end product, but those who signed it believed it was the best they could produce at the time. The Constitution was then sent out to the states, and after fierce public debate, they all wound up ratifying it by 1788. It has been the cornerstone of our republic ever since. Now, the layout of the U.S. Constitution is pretty straightforward. It starts with a preamble, which is followed by 7 articles, or segments, that describe how each part of our government is supposed to run. Most of the articles have numerous sections that go into more detail. Article 1 describes the legislative branch, which drafts federal laws. Article 2 describes the executive branch, which includes the president and the State Department. Article 3 unpacks the judicial branch. Article 4 explains how states are to interact with each other and with the federal government. Article 5 describes the amendment process, in other words, how to make changes to the Constitution. Article 6 is sort of a catch-all for extra rules, including the Supremacy Clause. Article 7 just explains how the Constitution was to be ratified by the states. After all 7 articles, you have the amendments. So far, there have been 27 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. The first 10 were passed at the same time and are known as the Bill of Rights. They lay out individual rights that many people felt needed to be explicitly stated. The other 17 amendments were passed between 1795 and 1992. So that's what the Constitution looks like at a glance. Be sure to click on my next video to learn about the preamble.